founder and CEO of Rilla, Sebastian Jimenez.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to launch today might excite you, but it might scare you because it scares me. Back in 2022, Rilla vowed to end the ride-alongs. And I'm afraid to say that what we're about to reveal today might actually just do it. The virtual ride-along, it gives our coaches superpowers, like the power of super speed, where you could do a ride-along in 3 minutes instead of 3 hours. The power of supervision, where you can coach many salespeople at once instead of one at a time. The power of teleportation, where you can truly coach from anywhere with mobile and hands-free ride-alongs. And today, we are bringing forth a new superpower that is going to change everything. And this superpower has something to do with the ability of self-replication. You know, the way you use Rilla today is very simple. Your reps talk to customers, they record their conversations, and you do a virtual ride-along. One by one, you have to do these ride-alongs. One by one, you have to find the moments to give them feedback. One by one after the other. And while this is way faster than before, it still takes time. I mean, 3 minutes to do a ride-along. What if you manage a team of 10 salespeople? They do 3 sales calls a day. That's gonna take you 1 to 2 hours to go through all of that. What if you manage 20 people, 30, 40, 50? All of a sudden, the 3 minutes adds up and you don't have enough time to coach every single person every single day. But what if you had someone who could help? What if you had an assistant who could take some of the load off from you? What if you didn't just have one assistant? What if you had many? Ladies and gentlemen, with great trepidation and excitement, I introduce to you, for the first time in his public appearance, Rick Copilot, your own AI clone. The more you coach, the more Rick learns, the better he becomes at copying you. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So this is a regular Rilla ride-along. And while it looks simple, looks like a very simple task, it actually requires a lot of your cognitive function. A great coach, they have to go in here. The first thing they look at is, who is this salesperson? I have to bring back to my frontal cortex all the context that I have on this salesperson. What do they need from me right now? What have I given them as feedback before? Where are they in their coaching journey? What habits do I want them to build? Once I have all this context, I have to start getting context on the conversation. I have to start reading the summary. I start going to the trackers and see if there's anything that's missed. And then I have to go to Rick AI to figure out what objections came up. And this is like playing some detective work. And this detective work is what takes 90% of the time of the 3-minute ride-along. Once you figure out what happened and what was missed and what you need to say to the rep, it's very easy to go to that moment and give some feedback. But it still takes time to do all this detective work. With Rick Copilot, you don't have to do any of that detective work because he's done that for you already. And all you have to do is press J, and Rick is going to take you right into the coachable moment of the conversation. And once you press J, not only is he gonna take you here, remember, Rick is my clone right here. He has taken me to this moment because he believes that this is the moment that I myself would have gone into because this is what I would wanna say to this rep right now. He's learned from all the thousands of ride-alongs that I've completed before. He's learned from all the conversations that this particular rep has had from my sales process. And not only does he bring me to this part of the conversation, he actually has some pre-generated feedback for me that is exactly what I would have said in this moment. This is not some cookie cutter AI-generated feedback. This is me talking through the lens of Rick Copilot. It says, when calculating revenue uplift, explicitly walk through the math with the customer's own numbers to make it concrete and undeniable. Say a 20% increase on $15 million is $3 million in recaptured revenue. Does that math track? And that is something that I myself would have told my rep to say in this particular moment. I'm just gonna go ahead and edit that feedback and say, what would you do with $3 million in recaptured revenue? And once I send that comment, I can go ahead and end the ride-along. And A ride-along now takes me a matter of seconds, not minutes, seconds. And I can keep going on and on. This is Paulina. She's one of our great salespeople. And I just want to go and give Paulina feedback on the next steps in closing. And so here, I have some feedback on the price. When Will said the price fell a little steep, explore the real objection before jumping into the ROI reframe. Ask, what about the price doesn't work for you? To uncover whether it's sticker shock, cash flow, or value comparison. I think that feedback is actually great as it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and send it. And I can keep going on and on and on and on. And that is Rick Copilot. The more you coach, yeah, thank you. The more you coach, the more Rick learns, the better he becomes at copying you. And that's just Copilot. What if one day you don't even have a few minutes to do all your ride-alongs? What if one day you just want to sit back and let the car drive itself? For that, we have Rick Copilot's cousin, Rick Autopilot. And like the name suggests, with Rick Autopilot, you can just let the ride-alongs do themselves. Just like this. Activate Autopilot, and he starts going and going and going and going. On and on and on. One conversation, one after the other. He finds the moments in the conversation that you yourself would have gone into, and he starts coaching your salespeople for you. This is hands-free, minds-free, carefree ride-alongs, completely automated ride-alongs. And he keeps going and going and going. Doesn't sleep, he doesn't eat, he doesn't have to pay his taxes. This is a robot that is relentless. It just keeps going and going and going.
Congratulations, you have reached the end of Ridealongs.
That is Rick Autopilot. I know what you might be thinking. What the hell does this mean for me? What does this mean for the future of sales coaching? Are we human coaches going to be replaced by machines? Or are we going to work with machines to enhance ourselves and build something even better? Man, machine, friend, or foe? I truly do not know. What's clear to me is that this is a question that humanity has contended with since the dawn of our species. And today, sales coaches from around the world are thrust right into the front lines of this battle. Man, machine, will they replace us? Will they help us? I really wish I knew. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
It's not difficult to imagine that at some point in the future, our intelligent computers will become smarter than people.
AI could wipe out half of all jobs and spike unemployment to 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years.
48,000 layoffs at UPS, 14,000 at Amazon, 1,800 at Target.
Companies are realizing they can reduce headcount and cut costs.
AI is already whacking corporate jobs.
And this could just be the tip of the iceberg.
AGI will have a dramatic impact on every single area of human activity.
We have no idea how AI actually works.
Are they doing exactly the things that we want them to do?
For my children, I just don't like to think about what could happen.
Human beings will be the second most intelligent beings on the planet.
Is that actually the future you want? They call it the singularity for a reason, because we don't know what's going to happen.
From mythology to science fiction, human versus machine has been often portrayed as a matter of life and death. We're in a race against the machines, in a fight or even in a war.
We're tool builders, and I read a study that measured the efficiency of locomotion for various species on the planet. The condor used the least energy to move a kilometer, and a man on a bicycle blew the condor away, completely off the top of the charts. And that's what a computer is to me. It's the most remarkable tool that we've ever come up with, and it's the equivalent of a bicycle for our minds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the day. Welcome to the world's first ever Rilla Ridealong Royale. We, human coaches, against their own AI clones. A battle for the future of sales coaching. Live in front of a sold-out room at Rilla Masters. It's time! Fighting for the undisputed Ridealong Championship of the world. Introducing first, hailing from the great state of Michigan, with a staggering 1,536 ride-alongs completed. Leaf Guys Finest, the one, the only, Pete Marshbach, and his teammate, coming to us from Cardinal Heating and Air, one of Rilla Nation's most persistent sales managers. 538 ride-alongs completed, and he's still not satisfied. Chris Masterson. Finally, fighting on behalf of Pulte Homes with a 125-day ride, a long streak, and 489 ride-alongs completed. Coming from South Carolina, one of the top sales coaches in Rilla Nation, Jamie Denbach. And now, the challenger, fighting to replace Team Humanity once and for all, boasting the combined knowledge of the greatest sales coaches in Rilla Nation. Carbon copy clones of our human fighters, the Rick Autopilot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in a few short moments, we shall begin the first ever Rilla Ridealong Royale. I am your co-commentator, Sebastian Jimenez. I am accompanied by Pat Johnson. Pat, what do you think we have in store for us today?
Sebastian, I am very excited to be here. This is the first time I've had the opportunity to commentate on what might be the end of an entire line of work. I am equally excited and terrified.
As we all are, Pat. So this is how it's gonna work, folks. We are going to have 8 minutes, and in those 8 minutes, we shall see who can complete the most amount of ride-alongs, Team Human or Team Autopilot.
Wow, but Sebastian, what if some of this feedback is not great? I mean, what about the quality?
That is a great question, Pat, because a ride-along is not just about the speed, it is about the quality. So as these coaches are coaching their own salespeople live, their feedback will be rated by their own salespeople. These salespeople will be rating the coach's feedback and the autopilot's feedback. They won't know who's who, and they will rate each feedback from a -2 to a +2. So each piece of feedback can cost you points or it can add points. So they have to be very careful not to give feedback that's actually going to subtract points, because it might cost them the game. At the end of the 8 minutes, the reps will finish tallying up their results, and we will multiply the ride-alongs completed by the total quality score. Whoever has the most points at the end of the Rilla Ridealong Royale will win the game in the future of all sales coaching.
Wow, Wow, and that's right, Sebastian. I mean, Team Human needs to be very careful not to leave feedback that isn't helpful, or it could cost them the game. So let's buzz over to the human sidelines, where head coach Caden Dumas, the head of sales at Rilla, has been training and coaching these guys for the past few weeks. Let's tune in.
All right, coaches, it's do or die time. It's game time. It's the moment that we've been waiting for. Every single mystery shop, every shadow, every ride-along we've ever done has led us to this moment. We have a tough opponent, but this game is not just about quantity and speed, but it's about quality. So we need to go in, find the coachable moment, leave that quality feedback, and move on. We have to win for each other, for the room, but more importantly, we have to win for humanity. The way we're gonna do that is by using what we have that Rick Autopilot does not, the power of our voices. So let's make sure, like Pat Riley said, we meet him at the rim. Hands in, coaches. Humanity on 3. 1, 2, 3, humanity!
Wow, it seems like Team Human is going to be leaving voice comments because they realize that the Autopilot bots are only going to be sending text comments. This is brilliant strategizing by Team Human, not only because you can talk faster than you can type, but I bet that they're banking on the fact that their reps will give them a few higher quality points because they can hear the sound of their voice and the emotion that's emanating from those comments.
Yeah.
This is brilliant strategizing, pal.
I completely agree, Sebastian. I think it's a great move, but I think the real question running through the minds of all of Rilla Nation is, what about the quality?
Is the Autopilot going to be able to match or even be better than the humans at quality? I do not know, Pat, but it seems like the coaches are getting ready. And okay. Oh, Pat, I just got word from the Rilla Control Center that at minute 5, when there's only 3 minutes left in the Royale, there's gonna be a twist introduced into the game. Do you know what this is about?
Sebastian, I was not notified of this, but we will be following it closely. And as we look to the stage, I see that the coaches are set, everything is in place, and the game is about to begin for what could be the final human ride-alongs of all time.
I sure hope to God that we
Get
can
ready
win
to
this
begin
time.
the game.
I sure hope to God that we can do
9,
this.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are officially live in the first ever Rilla Ridealong Royale as the coaches begin scanning the conversation page to find those moments, and they begin giving those voice comments in a matter of seconds. These coaches have started with a bang, and we are just 10 seconds in. The coaches begin leaving their feedback.
Bang!
3 ride-alongs for the Autopilot, 2 ride-alongs for Team Human. This is absolutely insane what's going on, Pat. This game is off to the races.
I mean, Sebastian, we always talk about the end of ride-alongs, but this really could be it. I mean, walk me through what it's like to be a coach and to complete a ride-along on Rilla.
Pat, what we are seeing here is the most incredible athletic display of sales coaching that we've ever seen in the history of human coaching. I mean, these coaches, what they're doing, like I said in my keynote, all the cognitive work, you see them scanning for those trackers, going to Rick AI, understanding all the context of the conversation so they can go to the right moments and give their reps the feedback. Keep in mind, it takes about 3 minutes to complete a ride-along for a great coach. These coaches have already completed 7 ride-alongs in less than 1 minute. They are completing ride-alongs in a matter of seconds, not minutes. They are going 5 or 6 times faster than the average human coach, and they are doing it in front of thousands of people under pressure. This is absolutely incredible.
And Sebastian, we have already a gap. Looks like humans are down by about 26. I mean, tell me a little bit about these coaches. I know they're the best in the world, but if they're moving this quickly, will their quality suffer?
I don't think so, Pat. These coaches have been training for this, and I think that they can do speed while quality.
Let's go over to Pete Marchmont and see what he's about to say in that voice comment.
Oh my gosh, we missed the warm-up here. Man, if we don't have that connection with our customer, forget it. We're just pushing product down their throat. It's really important to make sure you form a personal connection, understand why you're there in their home to help them. We're there to help, not just push a product. Let's talk on our meeting tomorrow.
Wow, Pete Marchmont with a masterful feedback, very classic example of when you go into discovery. He looked at the trackers, he noticed that the rep didn't even try to build rapport or a personal connection with the customer. They just started pitching product in 2 minutes in the conversation, and he delivered a masterful feedback. I think Pete is gonna get a 2 for 2 for that one.
Excellent.
That's absolutely incredible. Pat, I think we're gonna go fast, but we are gonna go with high quality. Let's go over to Jamie Denbath right now, see what she's saying in this voice comment.
So while we're diving into this question, we haven't yet asked what's prompting their move in the first place. So if we can ask them what's changed in their life that's making them want to move, then we can get that powerful information so we can really help to solve that problem. Without that information, we're dead in the water. Let's start there.
Wow, that's great feedback.
Jamie Denbath, the queen of home building herself. She is here for a reason. You see her using Rick AI with one of her prompts, and she finds exactly what the reps are missing in discovery. She goes in and says, you need to start digging into why they want to move in the first place. Why do they even want to buy a new home before you start presenting? She goes right in there, delivers masterful feedback. That's certainly going to be a 2 for 2 for sure. Pat, I think we might be able to win this game on quality. The Autopilot is pulling ahead by a lot of ride-alongs here, but it's about the quality. Let's go over to Chris Masterson and see what he's going to say in this voice comment.
Greg, you did a great job here asking questions, but they were surface level. Let's dig deeper in that humidity question. Let's ask how it's affecting them, how it's making life uncomfortable, and how we can make it better later. Great job. Keep it up.
Wow! That is awesome! That is awesome. These coaches are the best human coaches. Chris Masterson goes right in, he goes to the trackers and sees that the rep did inquire about the humidity, but he didn't inquire about the personal pain that the customer's suffering with this humidity, because sales is not about rational thoughts, it's about emotion. You have to connect the problems with the emotion. I think we might be able to take this AI on quality, Pat. I don't think it's gonna be as good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, Sebastian, these coaches are the best of the best. Based on what we've seen together, I think the quality is there, but how good can the quality of the AI be? After all, it is a machine competing against human beings with years of experience.
I think it might be good, but not as good. Let's look at the replay and see what the Autopilot has just left as feedback. Let's read right here. It seems like the Autopilot is saying, when you're presenting pricing, you sound a little bit too nervous. You're saying too much. What you need to be doing is say it more confidently. Once you say the price, just wait for the reaction from the customer before you start getting nervous. I don't know about you, Pat, but that was great feedback.
That was pretty good feedback, Sebastian. I can't believe it can understand the tone
at this
of voice.
Point, we are like almost 100 ride-alongs behind. We're gonna have to do something else here, because I don't think we're gonna be 2 or 3 times better than this AI on quality.
I am a little stressed, Sebastian, but all we can do is keep pushing.
Okay, what is going on? It's the twist.
What am I seeing?
What is? Oh my God! By God, Pat! By God Almighty! Copilot has entered the game, Pat! By God Almighty! The human coaches have access to Copilot. Copilot has entered the game to help the humans bridge the gap against the Autopilot, and they're flying now, Pat. They're gonna start flying. By God Almighty, Copilot has entered the game.
Sebastian, you gotta tell me exactly what I'm seeing, because it looks like humanity is sending off these ride-alongs in just a matter of seconds. What's taking place here?
So, Pat, like I mentioned in my keynote, the Copilot has been trained to take these coaches to the coachable moments directly, so they don't have to waste any time figuring out where to go. As you see them, they're looking at the feedback, making sure it's good. They're editing it, and they are just flying, Pat. They are flying. They are bridging the gap. We were 80 ride-alongs behind, 100 ride-alongs behind, and I think that the gap is now starting to narrow. This might be our only shot. Come on, human coaches. You can do this.
See, I'm liking this rate of change from the humans, but Sebastian, I think we need to talk about the coaches that are up there and what this means to him, the people behind them, the families, the reps.
I mean, these coaches, they have a lot of people depending on them. They have families, they have salespeople, they have the entire world that's relying on them. We picked them for a reason, and they are fighting for all of us, Pat. I myself want to keep doing my coaching. I don't want to outsource my job to this robot. So come on, Team Human, you've got to lock in. We are 70 ride-alongs behind. The gap is getting narrower and narrower, and we only have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. You guys have to go a little bit faster. Come on, Team Human. Use the Copilot to bridge that gap. We can do this, Pat. I think we can do this.
Humanity, this is the final sprint. Keep your knees up and keep driving.
By God, Pat, we are just 30 ride-alongs behind. We are 40 ride-alongs behind. There's something coming from the crowd. They're cheering, Pat. They're cheering.
What are they saying?
They're saying, let's go human. Let's go human. The crowd is cheering for humanity. And with the resounding cheers from the crowd, the coaches lock in for one final sprint against Entropy, against Oblivion, against the Autopilot bot to win the Rilla Ridealong Royale and save the future of coaching on behalf of all humans. We are at a 20 ride-along game, Pat, and it's getting closer. We are just 10 ride-alongs away, 5 ride-alongs away, Pat. We can do this. Come on, Pete Marchman. Come on, Jamie Dimbath. Come on,
Chris Masterson.
You can do this on behalf of all of us. 15 seconds left and 2 ride-alongs to go.
Come on, humanity. Finish strong. I'm not losing this job, humanity. They took the lead. They took the lead.
Humanity takes the lead.
Keep driving, humankind. Keep driving.
Humanity wins the speed, man. Humanity and the Copilot.
They did it.
The Royale.
They did it.
My God, Pat. 228 ride-alongs for the humans with the aid of the Copilot. And they beat the Autopilot on speed by just 3 ride-alongs in the last minute. But the game is not over yet. As we are speaking, their salespeople, remember, they don't know who was giving them that feedback. They are rating that feedback at this moment. And that is who will determine the winner of the Ridealong Royale. The people who matter most, the salespeople. Pat, I'm gonna go to the coach's corner. I wanna see what's on their mind. I don't wanna miss this. I'll catch you later.
I'll catch you later. Sebastian is leaving the commentary booth. I don't know. He's running backstage. I don't know where he's going. It looks like he is headed up to the main stage. Folks, I do not know what's gonna happen. Who's to say?
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pete Marchman, captain of Team Human. One time. Pete.
Yeah.
We just beat the Autopilot bot by just 3 ride-alongs on speed. What is going through your head right now?
Oh man, I was scared at first, right? You look and the numbers just going and going and going and going, and then I realized what that computer does, that doesn't transfer emotion. Sales is a transfer of emotion. Computer can't do that. I can do that, so I know the quality of what I gave them is way surpassing what any computer can type out.
Is that why you guys opted to leave those voice comments so that they could hear the tone of your voice and not just gain speed, but a few extra quality points?
Oh, absolutely. It's not about speed. Have you ever been on the bad side of a texting conversation?
I have.
Right, you don't really know what someone's saying, but if you can hear my voice and the tonality and understand where my passion is, that's what I want to impart to my reps. That's going to be the computer anytime that goes ABC, do this better.
Give it one more time for Pete Marchman. And Jamie Dimbath, the queen of home building herself. Give it up for Jamie Dimbath one time. Jamie, your comment that you sent when we put you out on the speakers, that was masterful. That voice comment, did you know that you wanted to connect with your reps by sending those voice comments in that first half of the game?
Absolutely, because they know when they can hear how I say it, they can see themselves saying it themselves and really understand, like, that sounds like something I would say, and how to do that with a customer is gold right there.
And you know, to be completely honest with you, Jamie, at the beginning of the game, it wasn't looking good for Team Human based on the gap of ride-alongs. But then Copilot entered the game and you guys had to switch your strategy. And it seems like you started trying to bridge that gap on speed. Can you tell us how your coaching changed when Copilot entered the game?
Well, it got a lot faster, but the awesome thing about it is that when that Copilot came up and I read it, I said, that is exactly the question I would say. Let's go and send it on its way.
One more time for Jamie Dimbath. And last but certainly not least, Chris Masterson. Give it up one more time for Chris Masterson. Chris, do you believe that your reps are going to give you more quality points than the Autopilot bot?
Without a question.
Without a question. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely.
Chris, the question that is on everyone's minds right now, do you think that your reps are gonna be able to tell the difference between the comments that you sent them and the comments that they got from the Autopilot?
Yes, they will. Pete said it great We have to make sure that we're focused on giving feedback, but we tie emotion to it. AI can't replicate that.
By God, Chris Masterson, I hope that you are right. Give it up one more time by Chris Masterson. Coach Caden, you just saw your team beat the Autopilot bot by just 3 ride-alongs. What is going through your head? How do you think that our team performed today?
I mean, it's tough not to be confident when you got 3 Hall of Fame coaches like these on my team. So we prepared for this, poured our blood, sweat, and tears into it, and excited to see the results.
Caden, do you think we're gonna win this?
Honestly, I don't, Sebastian. I know we're gonna win.
I hope to God that you are right, and I think that the reps are finalizing their feedback now, and
Attention.
the results might
All
be
of the
in.
scores are finalized.
Please step into the center, coaches. We are awaiting the final results now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are in. And the winner of the first ever Rilla Ridealong Royale with a final score of 419 versus 338. And still the reigning, defending, undisputed Ridealong champion of the world, Team Human!
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, we at Rilla do not believe in overachieving machines. We believe in the power of overachieving humans using machines to gain superpowers. The future of coaching is not automation. The future of coaching is collaboration, cooperation, coordination. The future of coaching is Copilot. Rick Copilot is available to all Rilla customers starting today, completely free of charge for all Rilla customers, and you can start using it today at the Rilla Superpower Showcase. So step into the future, for it is here, and go out and save the world one ride-along at a time. Thank you, and get out into the future and go to the Superpower Showcase. Thank you guys, and thank you to the coaches.
You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Copilot, the bicycle of the mind, is live. Head to the Superpower Showcase. Follow the Rilla employees with the paddles. Don't worry, we got 2 lines and they move quick. Thank you.